LETA presents Let's Unlock Lockdown Tales. Weaving a Story Together. Chapter 6. This chapter has been written by Archis, Ira, Anvi and Sanvee. Narrated by Rashmi Abhisheki. Do check out the earlier chapters on this channel. Chapter 6. The fun continues. There was a sad and boring atmosphere in the house. Coronavirus indeed was an unwanted guest in the world. Everyone was bored sitting at home, and especially Raj and Riya. How they wished to bathe in the sunshine and inhale fresh sweet air. But the thing they missed the most was their family's favorite summertime ritual, a visit to the sandy and serene Goan beach. As Raj and Riya were lost in their thoughts, Ma appeared from nowhere and ordered them to clean their closets. The closets, especially the one which Raj and Riya shared for storing, shoving to be precise, their books, digests and stationery was in a state of total disorder. The last time they sorted it was during their Diwali vacation. So, with reluctant minds and frowned faces, both Raj and Riya set on the mission of cleaning the closet spick and span. With them were their assistants, a spray bottle of cologne, a rugged and worn-out cleaning cloth, and some empty files and folders. Raj, with deft hands, heaved out the teeny tiny notebooks and maps compressed beneath the thick, heavy compendiums and textbooks which he gave to Riya to sort and stack. They found everything from chocolate wrappers, unsubmitted worksheets, to dictation test papers with big red zeros, adding to the excitement of this project. Suddenly, Riya asked, "Dada, what's that paper tucked in the corner? Or is it cardboard?" "Wait, let me check," said Raj. Raj knew very well what that paper was. It was his photograph from his second birthday. Raj cherished this photo because his 2-year-old chubby and smiling counterpart never failed to charm him. But if Riya got hold of his photograph, she would surely make fun of him. Sensing the urge of the situation, Raj snatched the photograph, and just when he was about to keep it in the top shelf of the cupboard, that is out of Riya's reach, the ever so innocent Riya asked him in her sweetest voice, "Dada, won't you give me even a sneak peek of it?" Raj tried to ignore her at first, but irritated by her continuous pestering, entered into partial truce. The rules of their truce were, if Riya found the hideout of the photo, she would get a chance to take a quick peek at the photo. But if she failed to find it, she would never, ever see the photo again. Riya graciously accepted the challenge as she knew nothing was impossible for Riya. Raj chuckled at how he had diplomatically solved such a fragile matter. With this agreement, Riya started her search mission, scrutinizing each and every corner of the house. After what seemed like 1,000,000 years, Riya threw in the towel and asked Raj for a clue. Raj, being a spoiled sport, burst into peals of laughter. Upset with Raj's behavior, Ria rushed upstairs, bursting into tears, and then put her complaint in front of Mother, who was in dire need of some peace and quiet. So she scolded Raj, ensuring that Ria calmed down. But the situation got worse as Raj wept bitterly, for he was mad at Ria, but completely helpless in front of his mother. He ran to their porch with resentment in his heart. But the sweet chirping of the bulbul and the sparrows soothed him and pacified his anger. But he felt sorry for the garden and guilty as he had not even visited it in months. The plants were in a pathetic state and needed some care. When suddenly a magnificent idea popped in his mind. Forgetting all about the quarrel, he went inside to talk to Ma about the idea of a gardening campaign to be held the very next day. Ma was fine with that idea, as the next day was a Saturday. Ria jumped with joy, as she would get to play in the mud, which she usually wasn't allowed to do. By the time Ria's dreams of playing in the mud were over, she realized how hungry she was, and so did Raj. They were so hungry that they could eat a horse. So they sat down on the dining table, discussing with Ma what their dinner would be. Ria wanted something Pan-Asian, while Raj craved for something continental. After several minutes of debate, Ma ended their quarrel by announcing the meal, which was, of course, her favorite. The mushy, orange-colored gourd curry. Even the thought of eating it made Raj and Ria nauseous. But alas, they had no choice but to eat it. While having dinner, everybody was having a hard time gulping down the curry. Ria remembered her sweet and cold bestie, ice cream, which she had not met since the lockdown began. Ma, can we have mango pot ice cream tomorrow? Asked Ria, smiling. Well, I'm not sure if we can have pot ice cream just like every summer, but we can surely make it in the freezer, said Ma. Ria wished for some mango pot ice cream, but she thought that the one in the freezer would be just as good. The family dozed off with delicious thoughts of ice cream and the gardening project scheduled for the next day. When Ma and Baba woke up, they were extremely astonished to see the children wide awake, pulping the mangoes. Rubbing her sleepy eyes, Ma brought the cartons of milk and cream and also the jar of sugar. After much effort, the ice cream anglaise was ready to be put in the freezer with great hopes to have it set. While the ice cream was setting, Raj and Ria reminded Ma and Baba of their gardening campaign. Hurriedly, Ria rushed to the storeroom and brought the gardening tools and gave each one of them the tools they preferred. Baba meticulously pruned the jasmine shrub and cut the overgrown branches of the champa tree. Raj sprayed the pesticides, organic of course, ensuring that every part of the plant got wet. Ria watered the plants and Ma inspected and helped everybody. After gardening, they enjoyed their homemade ice cream. It was so satisfying that it helped to uplift their moods for facing the harsher times yet to come.